And there it is, guys. There it is. I actually did a video this morning talking about the situation with Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed Shadows and how it feels like they were potentially going to take this one, send it back to the kitchen, rework it, try again next year or the year after. And that's exactly what happened. About 2 hours after I posted that video, Ubisoft took to X to tell the world that, yeah, they're sending it back to the kitchen, guys. They're gonna cook it a little bit longer and they need to rethink their game plan a little bit. This is not very good news for Ubisoft or their investors. This is supposed to be one of the big releases for the holidays, but they're actually blaming Star Wars Outlaws underperformance. And I think they're looking at the pre-sales for this and all the controversy around Assassin's Creed Shadows, and they're like, yeah, this one's going to be a disaster too. So let's talk about this. Let's look into this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Variety has a story on it. Assassin's Creed Shadows launch delayed to February 2025 amid weak Star Wars Outlaws performance at Ubisoft. The launch of Assassin's Creed Shadows has been delayed to Valentine's Day from its currently planned November 15th release. So like 3 months, another quarter. Will it actually come out then, or are they going to push it back even more? I have to wonder. There's a lot of controversy. We knew something was up because they pulled out the Tokyo Game Show. They actually canceled all the previews of the game for journalists. Those were not good signs. And then they have a controversy with a toy, apparently being irreverent toward one of the pillars. Was it the Torii pillars in Japan? And it's just not, there's so many controversies around this game. Just honestly, at this point, I'm like, cancel the damn thing. Just cancel it. Take the write-off. But I don't think they can afford to. Ubisoft announced the news Wednesday, citing weak performance for new title Star Wars Outlaws and lower than expected profit in the current quarter as the deciding factors in pushing the next installment of Assassin's Creed back. The delay comes one day after PlayStation revealed its Ghost of Tsushima sequel, Ghost of Yotai, it's a Yotai, which has a similar historical Japanese setting to Assassin's Creed Shadows, is going to debut in 2025. So here is their official statement on Twitter/X. Dear players, Assassin's Creed Shadows is a dream project for us. You gamers turned it into a nightmare. No, they didn't say that. It finally brings the series to feudal Japan with many features developed with our community in mind, such as parkour and renewed stealth brought by new technology, all set in a beautiful and immersive world. This is an ambitious addition to the franchise, a rich experience that can be lived through the eyes of two unique protagonists, but we realize we need more time to polish and refine that experience, pushing further some of our key features. As such, we've made the decision to postpone the release date to February 14th, 2025. The game will release on a broad range of platforms, including Steam at launch. Additionally, pre-orders will be refunded and all future pre-orders will be granted the first expansion for free. We understand this decision will come as disappointing news, especially to those who've been waiting patiently for an Assassin's Creed game inspired by feudal Japan, but we sincerely believe that this is in the best interest of the game and ultimately your experience as a player. Rest assured, we are looking forward to the moment you will embark on a memorable adventure with Yasuke. Till then, we thank you for your ongoing support. Emails Chong says, redo the game, replace the main character with a Japanese one. Jeremy Prime says, what's the magic word to get what you want? Racist. Just delay it forever. No one wants to play. This guy says, this is Kangman Lee, by the way, not my opinion. This is his opinion. No one wants to play as black dude killing Asians in feudal Japan. We see enough of that in San Francisco. Ouch. Ubi woke going Ubi broke. Yotai gets all shook. Yeah, I think that was a huge factor too. They're like, yeah, we can't compete. Now people are saying that this one's woke because it's a female protagonist. I don't know. I thought it actually looked pretty good. Almost 3 million views for Ghosts of Yotai with only 1% dislike ratio. I thought it looked pretty good actually. Just cancel the game, take the tax write-off, pretend it never happened, and try again. This time with respect to Japanese culture and history. 2025 won't do you any favors. Everybody's saying, yeah, Ghost is definitely got them scared. Instead of using more time to polish and refine the experience, isn't it better to use that time to fix and correct the multitude of cultural and historical mistakes about Japan you've shown with each of your trailers? Odra here says, you forgot a key aspect in your entertainment. Customers dictate the market, not you. That is 100% true. Your ideology catered to a fraction of the population. Want to avoid this in the future? Drop your little ideology crusade. Focus solely on entertainment and the majority of the audience. I don't know if they're going to have that much time to do that. Can Ubisoft, can they last another quarter without a big release? Because Star Wars Outlaws and this game were supposed to be the two big holiday releases. It was going to, set them up good, cruising in the next year. And one of them was a huge failure. And I guarantee you, if the pre-orders were better, they would absolutely positively release it. Yeah. So this is going back to the Variety article. Additionally, Ubisoft says Assassin's Creed Shadows will be available on Steam on launch day, a break from the company's current strategy, and it will break from Ubisoft's typical season pass model. Following the softer than expected sales for Star Wars Outlaws after its August 30th release, Ubisoft says its development teams are currently fully mobilized and swiftly implement a series of updates to polish and improve the player experience in order to engage a large audience during the holiday season to position Star Wars Outlaws as a strong long-term performer. Outlaws is going to launch on Steam on November 21st. So yeah, it sounds like they're like, yeah, we need to get our shit together. Their stock is worth about $2.60, 70 cents a share. It used to be worth like $20 a share just a couple of years ago. We've got their investors calling for a change at the top, calling for them to take the company private. It's a freaking disaster. I mean, this company is on fire. So along with the Assassin's Creed Shadows and Star Wars Outlaws news, Ubisoft revealed Wednesday new financial guidance for the fiscal year, including lowering net bookings for the full year. They said to approximately is at 1.95 billion euros and down to 350 to 370 million euros in net bookings for the second quarter. The co-founder and CEO said Wednesday an executive committee supervised by the board of directors is launching a review aimed at further improving our execution. Wow. Notably in this player-centric approach and accelerating our strategic path toward a higher performing model to the benefit of our stakeholders and shareholders. You're toast, dude. Like, you are toast. I think they had to get these games out and they both had to perform. And we're living at a time when Assassin's Creed and Star Wars were money in the bank, right? And gamers don't trust AAA games anymore. They don't. And these games in particular. Now, actually, the state of play yesterday was I thought was pretty encouraging. What I had seen, it looked like they were kind of returning to form. We'll see what happens, but I thought it actually looked pretty okay. Our second quarter performance fell short of our expectations. No shit. Prompting us to address this swiftly and firmly with an even greater focus on player-centric, gameplay-first approach, and an unwavering commitment to the long-term value of our brands. Although the tangible benefits of the company's transformation are taking longer than anticipated to materialize, we keep on our strategy focusing on two key verticals: open world adventures and GaaS native experiences, with the objective to drive growth, recurrence, and robust free cash flow. $2.71 a share, I think, is what they're worth now. I don't know. As a result, beyond the first important short-term actions undertaken, the executive committee, under the supervision of the board of directors, is launching a review aimed at further improving our execution. I think this guy's fucked. I'm gonna be honest. I think they're gonna gut management. I think they could potentially sell the company off. I think they could potentially delay Assassin's Creed Shadows even longer. Send it back to the kitchen. I don't know, guys. I don't think it's going to get better for Star Wars Outlaws. This is not one of those games where it's like, oh yeah, all the modders are going to make this game so much better. and people are going to buy it. Like, where are we at with Starfield? Does anybody talk about Starfield now? I mean, I guess some people do, but like, you have one chance to make a good impression in the AAA gaming space. And if you blow it, that's it. And there are so many old games out there, so many other games coming out that look like they're more worthy of a gamer's time and money, that this one is just an also ran. Like, oh yeah. And what's going to happen by next year, people are going to be like, hey, didn't that come out already? And wasn't it a huge flop? Oh, it didn't come out already. They pushed it back a few months. Yeah, I don't care. I'm going to go play Ghost of Tsushima 2. That's what I'm going to do. I don't know. Go wrap it up. Please subscribe. We'll talk later. Join the reef. Go to clownfish-.com. That's clownfish-.com. You will get exclusive access to podcasts and videos and comic strips and more, as well as merch discounts. Check it out. If you were a member, you could get this t-shirt, this dismal t-shirt, on our website. You'd get a 10% discount on that. You can also join in the community on clownfish-.com. Thank you so much for the support.